It's an incident that has taken not only Mumbai but India by storm. A woman and her child were towed away from a street in Mumbai by a police constable while she was breastfeeding the infant. While the video has gone viral online, portraying her as the victim, there's more to the saga than meets the eye. Firstly, was this drama staged? Who really is the victim? And finally, who really is the villain of this piece? Here's a report.
शशांक राणे, ये गाड़ी में लेडीज बैठी है 7 महीने का बच्चा लेके और ये लोग टोइंग करके लेके जा रहे। अरे राणे साहब, गाड़ी पीछे आप टोइंग कर रहे हो, पीछे लेडीज बैठी है बच्चे को लेके गाड़ी में।
Pleading for Mumbai cops to stop.
दूध पिला रही है बच्चे को, बोल दो उसको।
Begging them not to tow their car away.
आप गाड़ी भगाते जा रहे हो, अगर वो बच्चा मर गया या कुछ भी हुआ उसका जिम्मेदार कौन?
These cries of a woman who was reportedly breastfeeding her 7-month-old child when the Mumbai Traffic Police towed her car away echoed on the streets of Mumbai on Saturday.
शशांक राणे, ये गाड़ी में लेडीज बैठी है 7 महीने का बच्चा लेके और ये लोग टोइंग करके लेके जा रहे। ये है राणे साहब, शशांक राणे, गाड़ी में लेडीज बैठी हुई है, गाड़ी में टोइंग चालू है, बच्चे को दूध पिला रहे, आप गाड़ी भगाते जा रहे हो, अगर वो बच्चा मर गया या कुछ भी हुआ उसका जिम्मेदार कौन?
The video of alleged criminal insensitivity sparked a massive outrage.
बीमार हूँ मैं, स्लिप देखो मेरी स्लिप, और बच्चा मेरा दूध पी रहा है, मैं बोल रही हूँ कब से इनको गाड़ी। अगर हाँ मैं फीडिंग करवा रही होती, वो मेरे को एक बार बोल देते कि मैडम ठीक है यार, मैडम फीडिंग करवा रही है, बाद में नीचे उतर जाओ, बाद में बात कर लेंगे, इतना भी हो सकता था। आज मेरे साथ हुआ, वो कल किसी और के साथ नहीं हो, और वो माफ़ी मांगे, मुझसे भी मांगे, पब्लिक से भी मांगे, क्योंकि जो आज मेरा सपोर्ट किया वो सिर्फ पब्लिक ने किया है। मेरा उस वक्त पुलिस वाले ने कोई सपोर्ट नहीं किया, मेरा पब्लिक ने किया था सपोर्ट।
As people demanded action against Constable Shashank Rane, the Mumbai police suspended the cop. But here's a twist in the tale. The cop had refuted the brutality charge and backed his claim with another video, which shows an altercation between the police and the woman, presumably before the towing away. The second video shows the child out of the car in his father's arms, and the cops pleading with the mother to come out of the parked car. Leading one to question, did the family stage a stunt using the child to evade a challan? One story, two versions. It's video versus video now. Who's telling the truth? We will let our viewers decide. With Saurav Vakhtania and Mustafa Sheikh in Mumbai, Bureau Report, India Today.
For the first time ever since this incident took place on a street in Mumbai, the woman in question has now spoken out, presenting her version. Listen in.
जैसे ही बच्चा रोया और मैं इसको बोल रही थी यार इसको फीडिंग कर, और इनकी नज़र गई टोचन वाले पे कि वो टोचन वाले आए हैं। मेरे आगे पीछे भी बहुत सारी गाड़ियाँ लगी हुई थी, ठीक है। जैसे ही वो लगे, जब बच्चा रो रहा था मेरा बहुत, ठीक है, तो इन्होंने उनसे रिक्वेस्ट किया कि भैया सॉरी गलती हो गई मेरी, पार्किंग में नहीं लगाया, लेकिन है ना मेरी तबीयत ख़राब है और देखो मैं अभी जस्ट डॉक्टर के पास से आया हूँ, और मैंने भी बोला कि भैया प्लीज़ है ना, ठीक है सॉरी गलती हो गई हमसे, लेकिन बच्चा छोटा बच्चा है, और हाँ जो भी आपका फ़ाइन होता है आप फ़ाइन ले लो, मैंने बोला उसमें, और आपको वीडियो में भी सुनाई देगा कि मेरे हस्बैंड बोल रहे हैं कि जो भी फ़ाइन है आपका फ़ाइन ले लो। लेकिन उसके बाद भी वो मेरी बात सुनने को नहीं, वो टॉर्चर करते जा रहे हैं, बच्चा रो रहा था जबरदस्त, तो इन्होंने बोला कि गाड़ी में बैठ जा तो इसको फीडिंग करवा। लेकिन जैसे ही मैं गाड़ी में बैठी और इसको फीडिंग करवा रही थी, ठीक है, और वो गाड़ी को आगे लेके जाने लगी। क्रेन पे जो कैमरा लगा हुआ है उसमें सारा फुटेज है कि मैं कब गाड़ी में बैठी, टोचन नहीं लगा हुआ था, टोचन लगा रहे थे। तब मेरे हस्बैंड ने रिक्वेस्ट किया था उनसे कि ठीक है आपका जो भी फाइन आप ले लो, क्योंकि मेरी तबीयत ठीक नहीं है, मेरी वाइफ की तबीयत ठीक नहीं है, ये मेरी स्लिप है उसी डेट की है, ठीक है ना, ये मेरी स्लिप है जो कि मेरे हस्बैंड को फीवर था, मैं डॉक्टर के यहाँ से आ रही थी। और उसके बाद में मैंने बहुत रिक्वेस्ट किया, तो उन्होंने, मैं जैसे ही गाड़ी में बैठी थी उन्होंने 100 नंबर पे फ़ोन लगा दिया कि ये लेडी गाड़ी में बैठी ऐसे से। वो लोग आए, बच्चा मेरा रो रहा था, मैं फीडिंग करवा रही थी, मैं गई वहाँ पे, ठीक है मेरी गलती थी, मैंने नो पार्किंग में गाड़ी लगाया है, ठीक है, मैं फ़ाइन भरने के लिए रेडी थी, मैं फीडिंग करवा रही थी बच्चों को, ठीक है, और गाड़ी स्टार्ट कर लिया उन्होंने। अगर हाँ मैं फीडिंग करवा रही होती, वो मेरे को एक बार बोल देते कि मैडम ठीक है यार, मैडम फीडिंग करवा रही है, बाद में नीचे उतर जाओ, बाद में बात कर लेंगे, इतना भी हो सकता था। लेकिन उन्होंने कुछ नहीं बोला, उन्होंने गाड़ी स्टार्ट कर ली, और जैसे जो मेरे हस्बैंड ने बोला उसने जैसा ब्रेक लगाया ना, इतना जबरदस्त ब्रेक लगाया है कि मतलब मेरा आगे सर भी फूट सकता था, कुछ भी हो सकता था होने में तो।
One truth, two versions. That's what we're going to talk about with our guests this afternoon. Vikram Singh, former DGP of UP, joins me live. Also joining me live is Meghna Pant, activist. But before I go to my guests, earlier in the bulletin, we had also spoken about the two sides, the two versions of the story. Let's just bring those two versions to our guests and our viewers. There are two videos that have emerged and two versions through those two videos. Let's play out the first video for you. This is the version of the mother and the father in question of that 7-month-old baby. You can see a man filming the entire incident. You can see the woman sitting in the car with an infant in her arms. The man who's filming this entire video then goes up to the constable who's in the towaway truck and he asks him to stop. Let's just listen in.
पीछे लेडीज बैठी है बच्चे को लेके गाड़ी में। राणे साहब आप गाड़ी टोइंग कर रहे हो।
What happens next is a visibly emotional mother who's harassed then screams out, shouts out and says, "Stop the vehicle from being towed. I am breastfeeding my child."
आपका नेम प्लेट भी नहीं है राणे साहब। अरे राणे साहब वो लेडीज गाड़ी में बच्चे को दूध पिला रहे, आप गाड़ी भगाते जा रहे हो। अगर वो बच्चा मर गया या कुछ भी हुआ उसका जिम्मेदार कौन?
Clearly this is the version of the mother who claims that she was harassed and the victim in this entire episode. Video number 2 and thus version number 2. This is the version of the police constable who has now been suspended, and this video takes place moments before the other one we just showed you. This is when the constable questions the family, and there you can see the infant being carried by the father as we speak. Moments later you see the infant in the car with the mother, and that's where his life was put at risk. Who put his life at risk is the question, because you can see the constable and the woman in the car quarreling with each other. What seems to have happened is that the constable has opened the door of the vehicle and asked the woman to step out, but she remains indifferent and visibly defiant, refusing to step out. The reason is yet to be ascertained. I'm going to first go across to Vikram Singh, who joins me live. Mr. Singh, according to you, who is to be blamed for this entire episode?
I take it in 3 steps.
Yes,
the first video which we saw yesterday and the first video in which the lady is breastfeeding the child and is being towed away, clearly Shashank and the policeman and the crane operator is at fault. But if you take a look at the second video, there is a twist in the whole story that perhaps it was an interpolation. Agreed, even if it is an interpolation, Shashank as a police officer should not have towed away the car because the lady and the baby were not terrorists. He could have issued a challan ticket then and there and turned the other way. Towing away a car with the mother and the child, it cannot be condoned in any manner because you had a traffic challan that you wanted to serve, and you could have served that with the mother, without the mother, and in spite of the mother. There was no reason for you to tow away the mother and the child. Now, Shashank has been placed under suspension, and the rule book is no punishment. There will be an inquiry and both the videos will be looked at. If Shashank is at fault, major departmental action shall follow. If he is not at fault, then the police, if the second video is fake or frivolous, then action under 182 IPC is also possible for lodging a false complaint. Both the options are open. But from my experience, I can tell you, the police should have avoided a sticky and an undesirable situation like this in towing away a car along with the mother and child.
It was a highly insensitive decision to take, Mr. Singh, but what would you say would be the reason for him taking this decision really? Mr. Singh, can you hear me? All right, I'm going to go across to Meghna Pant first and then I'll try and reconnect with Mr. Singh.
No, I didn't get your question. If the question, could you repeat the question,
yes,
please?
Mr. Singh, the question to you was, what would really explain the constable taking such a rash decision?
it would explain perhaps the lack of training and lack of maturity.
Very true.
Any person who dons a uniform, a ticket is neither here nor there. A single act on his part, perhaps an error of judgment on his part, has caused tremendous loss of credibility of the Mumbai police and a great embarrassment which will be difficult to wash down.
Right.
Lack of experience and maturity and poor supervision and control of the supervisory officers. That is the key area where we need to reinforce and see that there is no recurrence of such incidents.
All right, I'm going to go across to Meghna Pant now, who's also live with us. Meghna, would you say that the mother in this case put the life of her child also at risk by deciding to sit inside the car at that point?
You know, I would say that the loss of life in India is very cheap, especially for the authorities. We've seen this time and time again. But any mother, and I am speaking as a breastfeeding mother right now to my infant daughter, no mother would endanger the life of their child. You know, the fact that the mother has even been questioned is just appalling to me. She should be apologized to if she had committed a mistake, if the car was illegally parked. There were other recourse and, you know, taking an infant into a car that is being lifted that way. Anything could have happened. Could have had his head hit. He would have fallen off. How can you put the life of a 7-month-old baby at risk like this? And on top of that, you know, there's so many things that stand against the cop. Let's not forget the fact that A, he was not wearing a seatbelt. He did not have a name badge. The driver in question, probably the contractor, was also not wearing a seatbelt. There were 2-3 men sitting in the back of the towing van with their legs dangling out. There's a flagrant flouting of all traffic rules. So when it came to them, they were clearly flouting all the rules, but suddenly when it came to a mother and her child, they were very unhappy with them. What they said was entire version of the
All right, there seems to be a bit of an audio problem there with Meghna Pant. We'll try and reconnect with her. But coming back to Mr. Singh now. Mr. Singh, we showed you 2 videos, and those 2 videos really tell you a part of the story. But would you say that between the duration of the first and the second, that's where the real truth lies?
I would say there is an element of truth. I would say if I were to prioritize as a supervisory police officer, I would say towing away of the vehicle with the nursing mother and the child is unpardonable.
And it's also
even
illegal
if
I'm not
for a
mistaken.
moment that the second video is correct, even if the lady and the pardon?
It's also illegal if I'm not wrong.
Pardon me?
Mr. Singh, I'm saying even towing away of the vehicle
yes,
with a person in it
and the
is
police
illegal.
should have been more professional. Look, a ticket is illegal. You have, I would rather that in your show, like yesterday I had said, a case should be registered against those who towed away the car. I am Shashank Rane, a wrongful restraint and wrongful confinement. You endangered. I mean, if the mother and the child were indiscreet, you should have been a little more mature, considerate and law-abiding. You should have ensured that you did not endanger the life of the mother and the child. If suppose you are on a patrol car and mother and the child jump in front of your car, would you not apply the brakes? Would you not take the mother and the child to the hospital? Would you not have them treated? This is totally indefensible, whether the mother and the child were there in the car or whether they put themselves in the car. There was no reason to tow them away. A case should be registered against the Vidarbha Infratech, those who operate the cranes, as also against Shashank Rane for what they have done is unpardonable. Personally speaking, I don't think this can be condoned at all. Even if presuming for a moment that the mother and the child voluntarily walked into the car, they should have obstructed the towing away of the car. It was the bounden duty.
Right. Meghna, coming back to you, clearly there were other options before the constable. Clearly he could have just parked the car to a side and then issued a challan. That was one of the options, but he didn't opt for that, which goes on to prove the point that you were talking about before the audio line got down, which is the insensitivity on part of the police, and not only the police, the insensitivity on part of the bystanders as well, who keep looking at incidents take place, but no one really comes forward except a Samaritan or two when an incident like this takes place.
Exactly. It's very appalling to me that even our airline industry, which is increasingly coming under the scan of its apathetic service, even they have a different line for the for the elderly, for nursing mothers, for infants. The Traffic Police Department, the Maharashtra Police has to get its act together. They have to create a separate law for nursing mothers, for the disabled, for the elderly. If a person, suppose, is getting a heart attack in front of you, would you tow away his car? Is the loss of life so cheap that we don't value children? And another thing, that really brings into question here is my sympathies go out to the mother. I live in Mumbai. I am a breastfeeding mother, and I tell you, there is just absolutely no public space where we can breastfeed our children.
Very true.
Despite the fact that this is the most natural thing in the world.
There's already a stigma which is attached to breastfeeding in public, and over and above you have an incident like this where you're harassed while you're in the car doing just that.
Exactly, it's such a taboo to breastfeed in public, and I find this appalling in a country like ours with its burgeoning population. We have 2/3 of the of our population is so young. Most of us are at the child rearing age. Why do not have public spaces earmarked for nursing mothers? Why do mothers have to face this flag for doing something that is so new?
Right. All right. I have some breaking news coming in as well. Meghna, I'll just come back to you, but there's some breaking news coming in.
शशांक राणे करके ट्रैफिक हवलदार.
All right, we're being told after the counter video surfaced, the NCW has now demanded action against the mother in question. NCW chairperson Rekha Sharma says the mother Jyoti Male should be booked as she put the life of her child in danger. Listen in.
This lady is also responsible for this, because we should all act for the best interest of the child, whether mother or police person or the society. And if this case is like this, the lady should be booked if she sat in the moving car. And we are writing to DGP that he should act against the police person, and a thorough investigation is needed in this case.
Mr. Singh, unfortunately, I'm only left with 30 seconds. Your reaction to this development?
Two wrongs do not make one right. I think one immature action cannot be undone by another immature action. Let us be more responsible. The mother and child have done nothing to be penalized and inquired into and to be investigated.
All right, Mr. Singh and Meghna, thank you for joining us on the show this afternoon. Clearly, we need to have cops who are more sensitive. We need to also understand there's a rule book to follow, but exceptions to the norms can also be put in place for incidents like this. But the big question is, who really was the victim and who harassed the other in this case? That's the big question. We hopefully will get answers by this evening. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.